I didn't hear the hotel door close when my lover slipped out for ice. I only heard the vibration of my phone where it lay on the pillow beside his shoulder. My husband's name lit the screen like a warning I had ignored for too long. I typed the message with steady fingers. "Congratulations, you're going to be a daddy." A sweet lie, wrapped in false hope. Something a normal man would celebrate. Something a normal marriage might survive. His reply came before the typing dots even faded. "Isn't your lover a good daddy for your kids?" My breath didn't hitch, my pulse didn't rise. I just stared at the screen as the truth settled into place. Quiet, cold, inevitable. He knew. And the way he said it, calm, almost amused, told me he'd known for a long time. I left the hotel without looking back. The city lights blurred as I drove, not because of tears, but because everything inside me was rearranging itself. Every memory, every touch, every whispered lie. They all reset into something sharp enough to cut. When I reached home, the street felt too quiet, too still. A stillness that announces itself like a funeral. The door opened with no resistance. The house answered with silence. Empty shelves, hollow closets, blank spaces where our life had been. Even the curtain rods were gone, ripped from the walls like ribs from a carcass. I knew before I reached the bedroom what I'd find. Our rings split down the bands, our marriage certificates torn in half, and on top of them, my husband's handwriting. Cold, deliberate. Now we're even. I didn't scream. I didn't break. I simply let the truth settle into my bones. Because he wasn't punishing me for the lie, he was revealing his own. The signs had been there long before the hotel room. Too many business trips, too many erased messages, too many nights where he lay beside me but felt miles away. But I had ignored it, the way people ignore a hairline crack in a glass until it shatters in their hand. I moved through the abandoned house carefully, like I might disturb something still alive in it. But there was nothing. Not a suitcase, not a photo, not a note besides the one he left. Not even guilt. Something colder began moving inside me. Not grief, clarity. I started small. Phone records, bank statements, location history. Every digital footprint he thought he'd erased, I reconstructed piece by piece. I traced the money transfers, the midnight calls, the hotel reservations under a name I didn't recognize at first, hers. A woman he once told me was just a coworker. A woman who had been in his life far longer than my lover had been in mine. The betrayal wasn't sudden. It was practiced, perfected. He hadn't left in anger. He left in execution. A plan he had sharpened long before my guilt ever existed. The more truth I uncovered, the quieter I became. I didn't confront him. I didn't threaten. I just waited for the final piece. And when the financial report arrived, proof he drained every account 6 months before my first lie, I finally understood. He didn't discover my betrayal. He created the perfect excuse for his. I met him in the kitchen of the house he stole from both of us. Legs crossed, report on the table, my ring beside it like a corpse. He entered with a confidence that died the moment he saw me. His voice cracked first. "How did you—" I slid the report toward him. No words, no accusation, just the truth. He read it slowly. The color drained from his face in silent confession. His hands trembled around the paper he once weaponized. "What do you want?" he whispered. "I already took it," I replied. Confusion flickered through him until his phone buzzed. He looked down and saw what I sent. Screenshots, statements, funds frozen, assets claimed. Every account he emptied with such precision was now legally reversed, locked, and traced directly to him, with evidence he could never dispute. His knees buckled. Mine didn't. He reached for me, begged with the same mouth that once fed me lies. "Please, we can fix this." I stepped back like his touch was poison. "You should have left me with nothing," I said quietly. "Then I would have walked away." His breath hitched. "But now? Now you get to feel it." Not rage, not vengeance, just truth. Cold, surgical, final. I left before he could speak again. His voice followed me into the hallway, shaking, pleading, cracking under the weight of a life collapsing. But I didn't turn back. The air outside tasted differently, clean, sharp, like winter finally breaking. I walked to my car feeling nothing. Not victory, not pain, just the calm that comes after a storm when the world finally stops screaming. He taught me betrayal. He taught me to lie, but he forgot to teach me how to lose. I started the engine, didn't glance at the house, didn't glance at the past. Some stories don't end in fire, some end in silence. And that silence is where I finally felt free.